Good morning, everyone. It's Pastor Andrew again, and here we are on Friday, April 3rd. As you can see, a few of the men, the congregation went out and found some palms for us, and so the church has the palms in the altar and palms here in the church, a few outside too, and I hope you have been able to find or make a palm for your front door to show yourself in the neighborhood that we are celebrating Holy Week and that Jesus is still here. I want to let everybody know that our church council meeting yesterday, we talked about 3 different things, and one of the things was council decided it was a good idea to continue on with our online services at least through the end of April, and that on April 23rd they would meet again to assess the at that time. So we are going to have an Easter service. We're going to have a Monday, Thursday service at 7 o'clock online, Good Friday service at 7 o'clock online, and our Easter Day service will be online at 9:30, just like we have been doing. Now, when we all get back together again, whenever that will be, and it will be, when we all get back together again, we're going to celebrate Easter. And that means we'll have sunrise service and pancakes and the bacon and the Easter egg hunts and all the stuff we usually do on Easter, because I'm sure all of us will be happy to come out of our tombs just like Jesus came out of his. So Sunday is Palm Sunday. What was happening in the life of Jesus on that Friday before Palm Sunday? Yesterday, we saw where Jesus raised his friend Lazarus from the dead. And then this happened from John chapter 11. Therefore, many of the Jews who had come to visit Mary and had seen what Jesus did put their faith in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. Then the chief priests and the Pharisees called a meeting of the Sanhedrin. "What are we accomplishing?" they asked. "Here is this man performing many miraculous signs. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and then the Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation." And then one of them, Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, spoke up. "You know nothing at all. You do not realize that it is better for you that one man die for the people than that the whole nation perish." He did not say this on his own, but as high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus would die for the Jewish nation. And not only for that nation, but also for the scattered children of God, to bring them together and make them one. So from that day on, they plotted to take his life. So even because Jesus was becoming more popular, they were already plotting to take his life, rather than being thankful that Jesus had raised a man from death. Therefore, Jesus no longer moved about publicly among the Jews. Instead, he withdrew to a region near the desert, to a village called Ephraim, where he stayed with his disciples. When it was almost time for the Jewish Passover, many went up from the country to Jerusalem for their ceremonial cleansing before the Passover. They kept looking for Jesus, and as they stood in the temple area, they asked one another, "What do you think? Isn't he coming to the feast at all?" But the chief priests and Pharisees had given orders that if anyone found out where Jesus was, he should report it, so that they might arrest him. So Jesus knew what was coming. He knew what he was doing when he raised Lazarus. He knew how it would really incense the leaders. And yet he kept on, and he withdrew. He isolated himself. But he didn't stop. He didn't run away. He knew it was coming. Tomorrow and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, we'll find out more. I'll be giving you little updates like this every day until we have Easter, until the Easter day comes. Jesus knew what was coming. We, in our situation, don't really know what's going to happen. Every day it seems to change. But we approach it the same way Jesus did. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Jesus was intentional about going to the cross. And every day we get up, every day we put one foot in front of the other. We trust in God and depend on him to make a way for us and provide for us. So we're marching to the cross on Good Friday and marching to the empty tomb on Easter. The same Jesus who rose from the dead and was alive then is alive today, and he'll see us through. Sunday we'll have our service online at 9:30, continue with our study through the book of Exodus, and see what God is doing. I don't know what today will hold for you. I hope that it holds good things for you. I know God has filled it with blessings because you are his beloved child, and we will all get through this under God's grace, and he will bring good things out of it. May God richly bless you today. May you have a wonderful weekend. I won't see you, but I hope you will see me soon. God bless.